Divers working on freeing the remaining 4 boys and their coach have been overcoming almost insurmountable obstacles inside the cave. Now, joining me live from the UK to talk more about this is Earth Sciences expert Dr. Lisa Baldini. Dr. Baldini, you've spent a lot of time in caves. Can you tell us what makes their conditions so difficult?
Well, the cave environment is not a very hospitable place. So the boys and the coach would have experienced complete darkness. Once the batteries ran out, in a cave environment like that, there's absolutely no light coming in. They would have experienced kind of the tightness of the air, a smell of clay. And then when the waters came in, those waters would flow through those tight chambers and passages, and the sound would reverberate, and that would be very intimidating to hear this cacophony of noise from the rushing water.
Yeah, and given those very difficult conditions, how would they have managed to stay inside that long before they were found? I mean, is the water drinkable? Are there air pockets inside? How would they have managed?
Well, luckily there was water, so they were able to drink. I imagine that they didn't bring a lot of food because they figured this was just a short visit into the cave, and so they had to do without food for many days. And so they would have kind of been very hungry, and they would have actually had this concern that nobody was going to be able to rescue them, and that would have been kind of the hardest thing, was dealing with the uncertainty.
Yeah, have you, just very briefly, I mean, what is the longest people can actually survive in caves? I mean, you spent a lot of time there.
Well, I mean, you can survive for a few weeks with just water. As long as you have water, you can survive for a few weeks. In a cave environment, though, there's a mental kind of stress that you undergo. And so, like one of the other interviewees had said, it was very good that they had each other with them. They had company, and so they had some reassurance from each other. If one of them had been on their own, or maybe just two, they may not have survived because of the sheer stress of the situation. In this environment, because it's a tropical cave setting, there's a lot of bacteria that's active in the cave,
Right.
that's producing carbon dioxide, lowering the oxygen level.